episode of the Radio Nomad. We're doing it again. Whoa, it is bassy in here. What's going on?
Sam, a lot of hot bass.
Yeah, Sam, were you just talking? Is that what that was?
I have not eaten in like 15 minutes, so my stomach is grumbly.
Oh, I gotcha. I thought you meant that your voice gets really bassy when you don't eat.
No, just when I wake up.
Oh, okay.
When I first wake up, my voice is always very bassy.
Oh, you are starving.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Well, hey, thanks for tuning into the Radio Nomad. I'm Joe Bag Donuts, your host for the most, obviously. Alongside Slam, hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, and the Beard, bro.
Beard, bro.
Thanks, Beard.
Thanks, Beard, bro.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Slam. How you been?
Oh, I thought you were thanking me for tuning in. I'm mostly listening, so that works. I've been well. Been keeping pretty active, you know.
You look fit.
Well, thank you. I've been taking steps to be more so, you know.
Like, okay, that's great.
Yeah.
I was just looking for a good, but whatever.
Oh, my bad. How you been?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad you're here, because otherwise it would make this a lot more difficult.
Yeah, it'd just be kind of you talking at someone who's not there. It'd come off it'd be like...
Isn't that what we're doing?
Garfield without Garfield.
That is kind of what we're doing.
Exactly.
So it's the old first segment, and is there anything that from the last show maybe that you'd like to correct yourself or apologize for, or even if you just have a little recap, something that you want to tell us about in between the last show? Go ahead.
Something to tell you about from the last show. Let's see here. I went to a yoga and music festival. Realized I really enjoy silk, doing silks, climbing around on them.
Is it the feeling on your skin from the soft silk that you like, or is it the motion of twirling within them?
No, it's more of just like the enjoyment of crawling up a thin line like Spider-Man and hanging around. It feels great on your back.
Yeah. If you could wrap yourself, I would say, lightly, if you could wrap your arms lightly in silks, would you?
Oh, of course.
Cool.
I mean, the previous question was good. That was a stupid question. That's so obvious.
I mean, would you not? Would you be like, you know what? No, I don't like being wrapped in soft silks.
Well, there are actually, maybe it is a better question than I thought. There's parts of me that I would prefer to have wrapped in silk over others. So I guess.
I wouldn't want my eyes wrapped in silk.
Not at all. That's what I was going to say, yeah. So we're the same in that regard.
Yeah, we've got that in common.
Silky.
So silky. You look silky. Very silky.
Oh, thanks. I haven't showered in a couple of days. It's probably has a lot to do with it.
I was noticing your knuckles were looking a little dimmer than usual. Yeah. They're usually so bright.
Not quite as pink. Do you have anything you want to apologize for? Anyone you wronged? Or I guess mostly we were looking for on the show, but, it looks like you didn't really do your homework, so...
No, I've been having some issues with the old phone apps, so I've had some difficulty.
So you'd like to apologize?
I'd like to apologize to the team for not listening back.
Okay.
I did not do anything.
And that's your excuse?
Yeah. Actually, though, Sam had a pretty common problem with Apple iPhones. They have a podcast app. Is that what you're referencing?
That's exactly what I'm referencing.
It is really shitty.
It's really terrible, apparently. And the way to get it to work again, I guess, is to uninstall it and reinstall it.
And then it'll work for a day. And then the next... So I get, part of the way through segment 1 on the way to work, which I can no longer do anyways because my radio quit working. And then, I go to listen to it on the way home and it's done. It's like, nope, invalid. This doesn't exist. There is no Radio Nomad. You are not real.
That's really too bad, especially because that's the worst excuse for not listening to the show. Excuse me. Worst excuse I've ever heard for not listening to a show in 3 weeks that I've ever heard, because as our listeners know from me beating it into the ground, the show can be found on multiple outlets, such as just going to www.theradionomad.com and streaming it, Slam.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
Yes, you are not wrong.
Okay.
I got nothing on that. I hate computers.
So I guess
Joe, I'll be honest
apology
with you.
not accepted.
Yeah. Well, I never actually had that happen to me.
Sorry.
Like
It's too bad.
every apology I've ever given has always been accepted.
Maybe, you know what? Let me sleep on it.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
It's serious
so
to me. I don't like to just give out my acceptance.
For that to work, do I need to write out the apology?
No, I don't
Okay,
need to
so-
physically sleep on it. I can just.
Okay, it's like
I'll
a
just-
figurative
I'll think
thing.
about it while I'm sleeping. Well, maybe, I guess. If I have the choice while I'm dreaming, if it's a lucid dream, then I'll think about it. But otherwise, I'll probably just think about it until I go to sleep, and then I'll resume thinking about it in the morning when I wake up, and then I'll get back to you.
And you'll see how you feel. It'll be like, no.
Yeah. Yep. Is that good? Does that work with you?
That works with me. What time do you think you're getting up? I just want to be ready.
I don't know. It depends on what I do
Hey,
tonight.
the best apology is always sung. Like you sing it to someone.
Is that what they
Just saying.
say? Okay.
That's like old wives' tale, but
I'm
a true one.
sorry. So sorry.
See?
Wow, what a generic apology. I've heard that one before.
That was great.
That was good.
The studio crew loved it, so
You're so bassy.
I get that a lot.
God, you just sound like a bass guitar. I just want to slap you.
I also get that a lot. I was just noticing how what a low register your voice is able to hit.
I doubt it.
I was just thinking about it.
I've heard a lot of weird things about my voice.
I was sitting in the bathroom. I was supposed to tell you from our old friend Beans that you have a sexy radio voice. He wanted me to remind you once again.
Thanks, Beans. And I'm supposed to remind you from me that you're supposed to try and convince us to not call him Beans anymore.
Oh, that's right. He wanted to be called Fat Bird.
Yep. So, Beans, thanks so much for the compliment.
Hey, we got some mail.
Cool. I want to hear it.
We
Hot
actually
mail?
got 2 pieces of mail that I want to read, and one of them is this first one is from Old Matt.
Love you, Dada.
Love
Old
you,
Matt.
Dada. Old Matt. Shout out.
Shout out. Love you.
He'll be on the show later.
So much.
Be on the show later.
So I can finally learn more about the legend of Old Matt.
So we're reading his email.
So we're reading
that he
his
sent.
email, but it's all right because he forgot. He would have forgotten unless he'd emailed us.
Oh, that's true. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's important.
So he wrote, "Thanks for posting all the music you use between segments. I finally listened to Ice Cream by The Battles and realized it wasn't just Joe and Slam making the grunting sounds at the beginning of the song, and it was actually part of the song."
Yeah. We do sound exactly like it though, so I can totally understand the confusion.
And I frequently grunt for no reason.
Here, it's this one. You know?
Dude, everyone knew. When
Yeah,
we
no,
sang
I
it.
don't. No, I don't think anybody was lost on
Yeah,
that.
I didn't have to play it.
He just
Yeah.
really wanted. Look at that grin. He just really wanted to play a
All right,
song.
I'll do the oohs. You do the uhs. Make sure you put bass. Oh, I was just gonna start doing it. Oh. So yeah, not us, Old Matt. Love you, Dada, but it's not us. So, did that email go on?
No. It also says, also, Uncle Jay wanted to know if you know Molly Hatchet. And I personally don't know him.
It's a her, actually.
I don't even
Molly.
know Uncle Jay, so I'm way behind the times.
Uncle Jay is a her.
Uncle Jay is
Molly Hatchet is a he.
Is Molly Hatchet the chick from 16 Candles?
No, it's a he.
Is Molly
It's Molly
Hatchet?
Ringwald. You know that.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't know that, but now you do.
Well,
That's
yeah.
nice.
No, I understood. Yeah.
It's like
It's a
whenever
really interesting-
whenever I tell anybody something, I just say, you knew that,
It's a
because
really-
I told them previously, right before saying that statement.
Yeah, I knew that. You just told me.
You knew that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
know
here's
it.
the other email. This one is from Lulu. It says, hi. She wrote in before.
Hi from Lulu.
Yeah.
Hi,
She
hi,
wrote,
Lulu.
I have another question for you. Obviously, you're all practically perfect in every way, but everyone has their flaws. For example, Sam's lisp, Joe's uniball, and Hey Girl's cold boop. But what is the beard's fatal flaw? Be as brutal as you like, or maybe share some other Nomad imperfections.
Well, where do we even begin with the beard?
Yeah, where can you even start? I think
Should we start with his personality, his looks, his demeanor, or his body odor? What do you think?
well,
I think you should start with his good looks.
yeah, we should probably start with his good looks. I mean, it's really offensive to the eyes how good looking the beard is.
A physical property that I've heard, I wouldn't know this because I ain't, but I've heard that the shaft of his penis is extremely hairy, and like so much so that you can't even there's no physical sensation.
Yeah, I was actually reading
Right.
I was actually reading an
right.
article about that
Yeah.
in a bathroom stall the other day. It was carved into the back of a door.
I'm so surprised you guys didn't immediately say the imperfection that you always say.
Oh, he doesn't do anything?
Well, I guess.
And in this case,
thought it'd be
he
more
being
original.
you.
And do you want us to go on about? Okay,
I mean,
well,
we can
you
just-
don't.
I thought you guys were going to start with good looks.
Like, oh, guess who provided the meal today? As always, oh, Joe Bag Donuts. Thanks for the pizza, because the beard woke up 2 minutes before the show at 7 p.m. and decided he wasn't gonna even help out at all.
Yeah.
All what you said there,
You're
it's all
sorry?
true.
That's cool. You're sorry. I just told you that. So now you know that you're sorry.
I'm just a
You're
little
welcome.
offended that the lisp is considered an imperfection. So
Yeah, some would consider it a majestic
It's
addition
it's
to,
an
your,
enha-
to your body.
it's an enhancement feature. So, the standard release does not have a lisp. I'm the deluxe model.
I think it's actually like a mutation that's going to be selected against. Like,
Permamutation?
yeah, like you're probably going to die in a couple of years because like you'll be like, hey, and you'll say something and you'll say something like, hey, cool guy, and he'll think you said like, hey, Gaylord, because he can't understand you, and then he'll kill you.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I frequently
It's
have
Darwinism.
that. I
It's
have that
science.
nightmare frequently. I'm
Sure.
just like, one of these days, somebody's not going to know what I'm saying, and they're just going to assume the worst and murder me.
So, thanks, Lulu, for emailing us. As always, anyone can email us, and there's a really small chance that we'll read your email because, we get millions and billions. Most of it's spam, like Viagra ads, but, we'll try and weed those out and get a couple of good ones in.
Well, and quit visiting the Viagra site.
The Viagra site? What site is that?
www.viagrasite.com.
Hey, they're not one of our sponsors, so
Yeah.
keep it down.
Oh,
about that.
penispill.com. That's probably something else. Don't go there.
That's don't go there. So I noticed that maybe you guys have noticed that we've been pretty bassy here tonight. And that has to do with actually our theme today is going to be the bass guitar. Oh yeah, because I mean,
man.
you just need to go on about bass guitars sometimes.
Sometimes you gotta just bass guitar.
Just slap it.
Slap the bass.
Damn, that's so funky.
So, yeah.
Beard, why are you
sounds
not
good.
always playing bass? That is amazing.
Yeah,
That man's fingers fly.
you are really good at playing the bass on your keyboard.
For really good. We finally found something Beard can do.
So yeah, there'll be plenty more bass topics coming up. Bass guitar, sorry, specifically bass guitar, because otherwise it's just like we could go on forever. Bass guitar, old Matt, love you dada, maybe even another former colleague will join the show. I don't know. We gotta see what he's up to. But yeah, we're gonna have a sweet show. I'm pretty excited for it as always. I might as well not even say that anymore because I love doing this.
I'm
so.
going to stick around. I'm excited.
I'll be here. You gonna be here?
I'll be here.
All right, we're gonna be here. So we'll be back with Guy Talk with A Girl next on the Radio Nomad.
Father said I lost her. Your brother said I fought her.
Welcome back to Radio Nomad. Hey girl has just joined us. How you doing?
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How are you guys? It's been a while.
Hey, girl.
Yeah, it's been a little bit longer than normal.
Yeah.
Do you have bag of donuts withdrawal yet?
Yeah, definitely. Major bag of donuts.
They're
withdrawal.
pretty cheap. You can just get them
I know. I'm so lazy though.
gas station or something. But, hey girl, what happened yesterday? You were feeling a little under the
Yeah.
weather, a little blue.
Yeah. I got a little sick the last few days. I'm not entirely sure why.
Did you poop your pants?
I did not poop my pants. I made it to the toilet every time, which
Nice.
is good.
You were sick,
Good. I
like
don't always.
like
but
borderline.
This time I did.
It was like borderline pants poop sick.
It wasn't that sick.
Oh, okay.
I was able to control my bowels this time around.
This time around.
Yeah.
But you've had problems in the past.
Oh, of course.
Okay. Well,
Of
who
course.
hasn't? Who hasn't?
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all shit our pants.
It's
Is
an
what you're basically
unfortunate
saying.
situation.
Oh no, what I was saying is we've all shit in Lisa's pants.
Oh,
So Slamsies was right on that.
definitely. She's. Ugh.
We've all been there.
So, what have you been up to? Beard tells me something about you wanting to write or something.
Yeah, I think it would be great if we could rewrite City Page's articles because they have terrible writers. And everything they write about is all hipsterfied, and none of it is true.
Are you talking about every one of their articles, or are you talking about specifically the dating
There's
one?
been a few, but specifically, more recently, a dating one came out. And it was what not to do when dating in the cities. But it was all about hipster stuff. It wasn't even about dating. And
Just to clarify, could you please describe what a hipster is?
Yeah, could you give us
Well, I
some
don't really- I
examples
don't-
here of like hipster stuff? Like what do you mean they're talking about hipster stuff?
It's like don't wear too thin of glasses. Big no.
it was ridiculous things. And
That's good.
I can't remember because it's been a few weeks now.
Sounds
but,
helpful.
But it was just ridiculous. And I was very upset about it. So I contacted Beard and I was like, hey, we need to rewrite this. And we need to send it in. Because all the other comments, too, people were upset about it. It didn't make any sense.
See, I think you should personally start your own dating advice website.
I'd read it.
I agree.
Especially if it's called like City Pages Done Right or something like that.
Yeah.
Then I'd definitely read it.
City Pages Done Right by Hey Girl ... from the Radio Nomad with special guests. The
Show Baggy Donuts.
City Pages.
That's a pretty lengthy title. It sounds more like a scientific journal.
What about
but-
just like, like true city pages? You know,
What
'cause,
about
like, it's a
or what
true
about
city.
this? The Truth with Hey Girl.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
Hey Girl's dating truths. No questions about it. ... This is science. There's no better dating advice
www.
than you could get than right here from Hey Girl. Period.
.org.
Yeah.
Of course.
Perfect.
Done.
Okay. so you're
Okay,
gonna
good.
start
I'm
that.
glad we hashed out the name. Thanks for that, Beard. That's really helpful. So I guess my question is, why are you so up in arms about the dating City Pages articles?
Are you
Like,
concerned
Well-
people are going to go out on dates with bad
Yeah.
advice?
Or,
Like,
or has this been happening to you? Do you think that your
No,
dates?
are there
just-
people showing up with really thin glasses?
Yeah, because it's a
No.
no-no. We learned that. The Beard told us, so we learned it.
Yeah,
no, I haven't
we know
dated
that.
anybody with glasses in a long time. I did away with that a while ago.
Yeah.
No, it had nothing to do about dating. It was more about the quote unquote hipster scene of Minneapolis. And it was nothing about dating.
Well,
Huh.
Then there's then you've got it. You've got what you got to do. You need to
Right.
start your own.
Yeah.
Or you
I
need to
agree.
join the hipster scene so they apply to you. These
Yeah, I don't
articles.
think they would take me in.
The hipsters?
Yeah.
You're right. They don't accept anybody.
Yeah.
You know, why do you need
Good point.
to write for a newspaper when you already can voice all of your advice on a super well-renowned
I kind
radio
of want
show?
to just write it and throw it back in their face and be like, hey, City Pages, this is how you write a dating article.
Suck on these
Yeah.
paragraphs.
What now?
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
I like the phrase "suck on these paragraphs," Joe. if you could make that your catchphrase,
Sure.
that'd be
I
great.
like that one too. That was pretty good.
What makes you the
Tick.
expert?
Oh,
Because I've dated a lot.
Yeah, you really have dated. a lot.
whoa!
You know, so
So, do you think that someone is the expert the more or less they date?
I mean,
Like, wouldn't you say someone who's in like a long-term committed relationship that's going extremely well would have more
no, because
dating
that
knowledge?
could be biased because they've only been in one say, for instance, it's only been one long-term relationship. They haven't dated different types of people.
Yeah, because they're so fucking
haven't
good at dating.
dated
But
outside.
beforehand, they dated around a lot. They settled down. You know, they did.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, anybody could be an expert. There's no such thing as an expert on dating. Like,
Unless
it's
you
all
write for
opinion
City
based
Pages.
Wait, hold on. Anybody can be an expert. There's no such thing as an expert.
on dating.
But anyone can
Okay.
be one, Sam.
That's
Oh.
why I'm saying anybody could be it because there's no defined expert.
Yeah. But you can't be one, though,
my-
on dating.
My thinky parts are weeping. I don't get it.
Does that not make sense?
Gross. Is it like an excretion?
So, hey, girl.
It's in the
speaking
headphones.
of dating,
Yeah.
what's up with you? You dating anyone special?
I've been dating someone for a month and a half now.
Is it Brett Michelson?
Quite a long time for me.
Oh, I meant to ask about Brett.
It's not Brett, although
it-
he has been popping up,
Donald
but I just
McDougalson.
keep pushing him down.
No pun intended, I guess. I don't know. Popping up?
And go back down.
Whoa. Quickly.
You push quick.
Yeah, I do. Very quick.
Very
push.
efficient.
Yeah. No, things are going well. I mean, it's going slow. We're still just dating. He did tell me he was dating a couple other girls, which is fine. So, but we're still having fun and we hang out a lot and we have a good time.
Does he offer you his coat for your breast on your evening strolls?
He
Is he a
doesn't
gentleman?
know about the cold left nipple yet.
Whoa, it's just the nipple? I thought it was the whole thing.
Yeah, but,
No, it's always just been the nipple.
I
don't
think
know
it's
about
called
that.
the cold left breast for a
I'm pretty
reason.
sure it's the left. It's just.
Yeah, it's
you-
the
I
whole
think
thing.
we would know which of your breasts and what
Well,
parts
he
of them
doesn't
get
know
cold.
about it yet, you guys.
I think we know a
so-
little bit more about your breasts.
So he
than
hasn't
you.
touched your
That's true.
boob?
Oh, he's touched my boob. Just hasn't been
Whoa.
cold.
Oh.
It's been really spicy hot.
Ooh.
It's a
Does
good sign.
Does it warm up quick because he gets you so hot and heavy?
Yeah, I don't know. It's usually because it's just hot outside.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm often warm when it's warm outside.
Hey, I want to ask you just a few more questions about. you
Wait, sorry.
know, okay.
Can I
Just
have
wait.
I have
Everyone,
one
wait.
last question from that last
Sure, go on.
guy. How about his hands? They.
They look like
They
your buddy's
do not
hand.
look like my buddy's hand.
All right. Good.
They are pretty
That's
good.
As
Yep.
long, it looks like they look
Yeah.
like man hands.
They look like man hands.
Okay.
Not like your buddies.
No, not
So
like my buddies.
So he's not well manicured.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
But manicured enough to where I don't look at them and be like, "Ugh, what's that?"
Also, hey girl, your voice sounds pretty good with that cold.
Oh yeah.
Gotta say.
Do I have sexy voice?
It sounds nice and bassy, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's
You
ba-
sound, it's like when
bass
sometimes
test.
when you talk, I keep hearing bass guitar strings, which is crazy. It's like you purposely got to stop. I'm trying to talk. Hey, girl. Oh, sorry. Sam,
Sorry, I
you
can't
need to
help
get
it.
something to eat.
I really do. Yeah.
In fact, that's thank you, Beard, for making sure to ask that question. It's really important about the buddy's hands. And actually it works well because it ties right in. We like to ask you, just random, like, would you date a guy if this or that? So
Okay.
I'm going to just continue to do that, but
Okay.
mostly involving bass guitars.
Yeah.
Try and stay on theme, on course. Here.
I'm trying as hard as I can.
Try and keep up.
I don't know why you're getting so aggressive with me, Beg.
That was
Well,
that was me. That was a bass guitar.
That was a bass guitar.
How much does a guy's voice have to sound like a bass guitar for him to be eligible to date you?
On a scale of like 1 to 10 or something.
Well, on like a C scale, C major.
I think that the real root of that question is like, would you date a guy with a high voice?
Right.
Oh, no.
But how high is high?
Like, what if he was like, hey, how's it going? Hey.
No.
What if he was like this? Hey guys, how's it going today? But not as stupid
Or
sounding
like,
as me.
Hey, girl. No, how about this? Hey, girl. Hi. Where do you want to go for dinner tonight? What if you talk like that?
I'll buy.
I don't know what kind of voices you guys are doing, but
What?
I mean, I guess.
Sam, do you have
Those
any
weren't
questions
too bad,
about
just
voices?
kind of
I was
weird.
gonna say, what if you had a high voice like mine? I got a relatively high voice for
No,
a man.
yours is good.
All right, fair
Yours is
enough.
normal.
Oh, yours is right about perfect.
Okay.
So is your look.
What if he had a
And your
really,
attitude.
really deep, bassy voice like, hey, girl, what's up? Where
Yeah,
you
oh
want to
yeah,
go?
super
Oh,
sexy.
Did I do it for you?
stop.
Oh man,
Shaking the room.
I'm sliding out of my chair over here. So, how many basses does a guy have to own before you'd consider dating him?
Just
Like
one.
bass guitars,
Just one.
specifically.
But he does,
Just
okay.
one. At
Wow.
least one guitar. They have to own at least one guitar.
You're a one bass guitar kind of girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What
So-
if is there too many bass guitars?
No.
Do you
Just at least
prefer
one.
if a guy plays the bass guitar or the regular guitar?
The regular guitar.
Really?
No love for the bass.
Wow, that's
doesn't really go with our
tough to
theme.
hear. you know?
Yeah, you're gonna have to change your answer.
I just
yeah.
don't know much about bass guitar. And you can't
Oh,
just
really?
like wail
Oh,
on
I can
a
play
bass
some.
guitar.
Oh, you
can
can you can wail. Listen to that.
Listen to
oh,
this wail.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I do like the slide guitar. Actually, is my favorite.
The slide bass.
Oh,
Yeah, the slide bass is
slap bass is where it's at.
good. Would you prefer a guy to pick the bass or slap the bass?
Slap it.
Okay. And would you prefer stand up or like a classic bass, the humongous one, or an electric bass?
I kind of like the stand-ups.
Okay, what if a guy has an electric bass, but he also is super nice? Then which would you prefer?
Wait, you just said he was electric bass and super nice.
Yeah, over stand up bass
Oh.
and just kind of nice.
I'd probably choose the kind of nice.
What-
I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
What if it
okay.
what if he was a nice guy, played an electric stand-up bass, and the only thing he listened to was Mannheim Steamroller?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's like that synthy Christmas music.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely not.
He's a really nice guy.
Would you date a guy who played?
That was his first fault.
Hey, would you date a guy who played bass like this?
Sure.
All right.
Is that all there is? Is there more?
No,
Is it just the same
It's just
tune?
a sample.
Just
It's
like that
how he
style,
plays
like
it.
that style.
Oh, okay. Sure. Why not?
Good.
some pretty funky licks right there. Are they called licks on a bass guitar? Hey, girl.
I have no idea.
I thought you were the expert.
I'd lick it, but I don't know if they're called licks.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So if a guy asked you to lick his bass guitar, you'd be all over that.
Only the bass guitar.
What if he was? I mean, if he was super hot. If he was
Uh,
super hot and said, "Hey, will you lick my bass guitar?"
If we're monogamous, yeah.
Which would you do first, lick him or his bass guitar? If he asked you that question.
Oh, the bass guitar. for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Well, that's good.
What if there was not immediately a bass guitar in the vicinity when he asked you the question? What would your go-to action be there?
I'd tell him I'd pencil it in. We'll see how it goes.
What if the guy was playing bass guitar with a pencil? Would you be weirded out and to decide not to date him anymore?
No, that might be kind of cool if he was playing it good.
What if
Yeah,
well.
it had like a good effect.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
if
I can see that?
every pencil or pen he picked up he pretended was a bass guitar that he was
good
playing?
question.
No.
What if he pretended his boner was a bass guitar and was like, "Check it out, hey girl."
That's shafting.
I'd laugh, take a video, and then leave.
You take a
Put
video.
You take a video.
and put it on
Put
the
it on-
radionomad.com.
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet.
Oh, we appreciate that.
Obviously, everything
Dick
comes
bass.
back to Nomad, so
I hope he doesn't slap it.
he might.
What's your favorite bass guitar song?
I don't know.
Well, how do you not know? You said that.
Well, I said
bass-
I liked regular guitar over bass guitar.
But you
therefore
also
I don't have
said-
a favorite bass guitar song.
Well, I mean, I like rock over Christmas music, but I still have a favorite Christmas music song.
I don't know. Name some bass guitar songs.
Well, that's your job. There's so many of them. You think you could get at least one?
I'm thinking.
Hey,
I'm
clear
thinking.
that one. You know,
Okay.
Yeah, play the one.
clear the really good, the one that was funny. Yeah, this one's funny.
Yeah. This one's called. That one's called bass guitar.
Okay.
Ooh. Do you have
That
a?
was nice. I like that.
Do you have bass guitar 3? That's always been my
yeah,
favorite.
It's this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my
Yeah,
favorite.
that's my favorite. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I like the first one still.
Oh yeah.
That's because you like that slap bass.
I feel like I could totally like clean my cat's litter box to that song, like
Yeah,
no problem.
True.
Yeah.
It'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just jamming out.
What's your favorite pickup line involving a bass guitar? Sam, what's yours?
Hey, you want to lick my bass guitar?
That's good. Apparently, it works with Hey
It
Girl,
works
so
really well with
Actually,
Hey Girl.
that would work with me.
It's a small target market for it, but it's effective when you find the right person.
Yeah, it's a small market.
Yeah. How about Beard? You got any good bass guitar pickup line?
Yeah.
Pickups?
Sometimes I'll walk up to a girl and I'll be like, "Hey, have you ever seen anyone play the bass guitar?" And she'll say, "Yeah." And I'll be like, "Well, I can play it too. Probably not as good as that person that you saw though."
And they're like, thank you.
At least that's honest and truth right there.
Mhm.
That's
I like to
like, a thing girls look for. So,
Yeah.
But not hey girl.
but not me. No.
Mhm.
I like to faff.
She likes deception
Yeah.
You like
I
to
do.
faff?
and lies.
Did you say you like to faff? Is that
She
what you
likes to
said?
fap.
Fap.
Fap
Oh,
at the
okay.
base,
Fap at the base.
I
Yeah.
like the struggle of things.
So
You should eat more bran.
I get it. Because it's poop.
Yeah, no, it was a poop reference. I tried to slide it in there without anybody noticing, but thanks for calling it out. You really know the secret of humor. Ask your question.
Oh, I get what you mean. Is there anything you want to tell us about? You seem pretty pumped about your new guy, and we just kind of dismissed him.
Yeah, does he play bass?
What's his name?
No,
Nasty
he's a
Nate?
guitar. Nasty Nate. I thought it was Naughty Nate. Is it nasty or naughty?
Oh,
It
it's still
depends how
nasty?
you want it.
It's still nasty?
Yeah,
Okay.
yep.
Cool.
I thought you said it was a new guy.
No, remember new old guy.
Oh,
Still new.
yeah.
It's only been a month and a half.
True.
Oh, yeah. He's old and new.
Old news, new news. Old news is good news. No news is good news. That's what it is.
I
There
don't.
you go. I got no news.
The news is
Nomad
usually
news.
depressing, is what I know.
That's not what this segment was, but Guy Talk with Hey Girl, appreciate you being around. You're sticking around, right? For
Yeah.
entrance to Old Matt. Love you,
Sticking
Dada.
around.
Shout out to Old Matt, love you, Dada. Hashtag Old Matt.
Yeah, old Matt.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
old guys.
we'll be back. It's gonna be awesome. I'm really pumped to finally meet Old Matt. He's been such an avid listener and one-time emailer. But whatever, that's cool. Well, he's only got it read once. So, yeah, stick around on the Radio Nomad.
Hearts boldly drawn on an old oak tree. People change and the seasons leave, but something holds inside. Light travels slow as it touched your face. Windows place geometric shapes. Oh, of you love to feel. Love
Old Matt. We're gonna call this the Old Matt segment. You know why, Beard?
Why?
Because Old Matt's sitting right there.
Love
He's
you,
on the
Dada.
show. Love you, Dada. Old Matt, what's up?
How's it going, everybody?
Hey, good. It's good to have you. Thanks for the email earlier. Did you send that as you're on your way here? Or?
I don't know when I sent that. Beard was right. I would have forgotten about it had he not read it.
Yeah, because you're old. I get it.
Nice to finally meet you. The legend of Old Matt has long
Yeah.
echoed through the halls of the Rumpus Room. Love you, Dada.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Slam Z. I'm most excited about meeting Hey Girl, though, I have to say.
Whoa.
I do have a question. Do you have old balls to follow your old Matt title? Or how are they keeping
Yeah,
it?
how are your balls?
They're definitely better than Joe Bag of Donuts. That's all I can
Joe
say.
Bag of donut.
I guess
Touche.
I guess I should ask then. What's your dick like?
Yeah, are you like bald shaft or are you more like the beard where you got like jungle shaft?
Yeah, it just depends on. Just depends.
So Slamsies was right on that.
Depends.
Do you wear depends too?
No. Depends on how long it's been since I can get at clippers or something.
Sure. So
Yeah.
Old Matt is super hipster, not hipster.
Right.
Hey girl, don't worry.
Okay, good.
Don't worry.
He's just hip.
He's just super hip old dude that we know, and he's so hip that he lives in Hawaii.
Whoa,
I know, super hip.
that's the hippest thing I've ever
And
heard.
he actually has like a home. He's not homeless
Where?
in Hawaii.
In Hawaii.
Yeah, where like I think 99% of the population is homeless. That sounds
That's definitely a true.
Is that true?
statistic.
It is proportionately high.
Uh.
I've never seen so many homeless people in my life.
like.
That's
My
a-
question is, how can you tell if someone's homeless or like just having a picnic?
It is hard to tell the
Sorry.
difference.
Okay.
The difference is that when the park closes, the people having the picnic go to their home, and the homeless people just keep on
having a picnic.
having a picnic.
I think I may be homeless in Hawaii.
Well,
then.
that's when
that
their
sounds like a pretty good
picnic
option.
starts.
You're right, because they go through all the trash.
Right.
And,
Is that what you're supposed to do for picnics?
That's what you do for picnics if you're homeless.
Right.
But it's odd though because there's a considerable amount of aid. Like they can get 3 square meals a day at the Hawaii Food Bank.
Why does it matter how the meals are shaped?
Yeah, that doesn't.
Can they be circled meals?
Yeah.
They could.
Okay.
What about triangle?
They could be rhombuses, trapezoids,
Could I get a
dodecahedrons.
Could they be bow tie?
Could I get a hexagon meal?
It sounds like they could be any shape.
That
Sam.
might be hard to do.
Oh,
No, except hexagonal or
hexagon.
rhombo, isosceles, dodecahedrons.
That
No, no.
no, they'll do that, but
Okay.
hexagons where they draw the line. Sorry.
Sure.
Well, no,
Where they draw the line of
it's
symmetry.
important. It's important to have boundaries.
We'll put in a
Otherwise,
request.
all right, sweet.
Oh, so you're in charge of the homeless people. Okay.
Well, anyone can put in a request.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you don't.
You actually just did it.
Except-
suggestions box.
Except for the homeless people, though, because
Oh.
beggars can't be choosies. Like,
That is
that's policy.
That is their policy. That is their policy.
So you're pretty much like the Hawaii expert. What are some Hawaiian words that we should know? If we're like, let's say I'm going to Hawaii tomorrow, guys. I'm going to Hawaii tomorrow.
Hey,
Yeah.
do you?
No, you can't come. But
Okay.
what are some words I should know for Hawaii?
You might be thrown off when you go to a restaurant and they say, "Do you want any poo-poos?"
Ugh, gross. I don't.
That sounds gross, but that means appetizers.
They eat poop for appetizers?
Well, it's just a
I
normal.
didn't say it was poop.
No, I said it was poop. Beard.
Very clearly.
Grandpa. Whoever that was. So poo-poo. Okay, good.
I didn't say it was poop.
Oh, sorry. Poop.
Poop poop.
What is a tutsalumi?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Beard. What?
That's what they call a river in Africa.
Oh,
But
I have
are
not.
we in Africa now?
I've not been to Africa.
No.
That's the.
Okay.
that was just a question, hey girl. You
Kind
know?
of a trick.
Old Matt, he's an open book. You can ask him anything.
Do you consider yourself a haole?
The Hawaiians consider me a haole.
Yeah. Okay.
What's a haole?
It's kind of a derogatory term for people who aren't native Hawaiian. It means like you have no soul or essence.
So it's like
So what? Wait. So what's the term then for natives? Do they have a term for themselves?
Kama'aina.
Kamina?
Kama'aina.
What did you say?
That sounds
Say
very.
kama-
That sounds
kama-ina.
very erotic.
yeah.
So
Well,
like
you just heard the word come.
Come.
So that.
Well,
that's-
and Ina. Mm.
Oh yeah, true.
It makes me think of come on, Eileen.
That's
Oh.
yeah. There it
It
is.
makes me think of like, hey man, come on, come in my house.
You've
But
never
then
been
I
to
forget
Jamaica.
that Jamaica and Hawaii they're different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jamaica's the one with
Floods or like typhoons. And
it used to be. There's a lot of missiles
that's
there.
Haiti. That's Haiti.
No, that's Cuba. Damn it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who cares?
I have a question.
not
Can I ask
America.
a question?
Point taken.
Are they still very territorial about which surf beaches that the locals can surf on and that the non-locals can
Locals.
surf on?
I've heard that that's the case in some areas. I am not, by any stretch of the imagination, a proficient or good surfer. So whenever I go, I just hang off way to the side and kind of catch the crappy waves because I don't want to get in somebody's way and get run over. Or I've run over other people by accident because I don't know how to steer. But if you go to the beaches where it's just a bunch of tourists who are all just
Hot.
well, yeah, that,
dudes.
but also just suck and are just crushing into each other, then it's okay. But there's a couple places that you're not supposed to go unless you're a little bit better, so you can. There's like a whole surfer etiquette. I guess I'll
That
say.
makes sense.
Guys,
Makes
keep in
sense.
mind too, like it's probably been 35 years since old Matt has even been surfing. You
Yeah,
know,
no,
like,
that's
he'd
true, no.
probably break his hip or something if he went now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's in Hawaii. You
Ye-
can still do that when you're old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the
Nice.
young and old alike.
So are
Yeah,
you
very
allowed,
much so.
Are you allowed to stack rocks? Where you are? Are you allowed to stack them?
I don't understand the question.
Oh, I don't know. My parents went to Hawaii and there were signs everywhere that said don't stack the rocks, it offends the locals.
I think supposedly some stacks of rocks are tombstones or something, but I haven't had the
That's just where people.
inclination to stack rocks.
No?
So no one's ever said don't stack those rocks, kid. old guy.
I was gonna say no one's calling you kid.
So
Come on,
Slam,
now.
what if so what if you're building a retaining wall? Do you have to get a special
I
permit?
think you have to get a special permit. Yeah,
Has to be
especially
blessed.
Okay.
especially if you're a
You
howler.
have to be like proof, like dig out a 6-foot trench and be like, look, no dead bodies, just a retaining wall. And
Yeah,
then
you
you can
have to
start.
you have to get a blessing from Pele, the goddess of fire.
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought
Pele
he was
was
a soccer
I was
player.
gonna say Pele was a famous soccer player. You're confused.
You mean Pele Le Pew? He was a cartoon character.
Pepe Le Pew.
Oh, sorry. Thanks, hey girl.
You're welcome.
Hey Matt. Hey old Matt. Do you have an old Matt around?
I do have an old mat that
Do you wipe your
says-
feet on it?
I do. I have an old mat that says "Welcome, Matt."
Wow.
But I was thinking of sewing a little old in there, so it says "Welcome, old Matt."
Well, it's getting pretty old, so it only makes sense.
Sure is. I've had it for quite some time now.
Yeah.
I think at this point the old is implied.
Right.
Yeah. Well, not totally. Like we still, want to make sure to call you old Matt. We just don't want to. We don't want to make it confusing.
I'm talking about the mat.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, let's talk about you, not your possessions and where you're from and the country that you or the place you currently live in. Do you like to play bass guitar by chance? Because it's our theme, so it'd be great if you did.
And
Well, I couldn't hear you. It's so bassy. Feel free to talk like this so that we can hear you over the bass.
yeah, I've been known to play the bass a little bit.
Yeah, I can hear you way better, like that.
Yeah.
High shrill voice.
Is the bass anything like the bass?
The
It's
bass,
it's similar.
Is
I
that
also
like
play the bass.
It's nice.
who?
Stand up or bass guitar?
Bass guitar.
Wow.
I tried playing stand up one time, but there's no frets, so I didn't know what notes I was playing,
Yeah,
and then I gave up.
hard.
Do you get a lot of girls with the bass guitar, or does your friend with the regular guitar get more girls, and it just kind of leaves you jealous and like crying in the corner in your beer and your great bass guitar?
And have you ever had a girl lick your bass guitar?
Follow up question. He'll get to it.
Okay.
First question.
Thing is there's enough girls out there that the bass and guitar guy can share, so
Oh,
Do you
it's no
think-
big deal.
Do you think that the bass guitar player just kind of gets the guitar player's leftovers?
Sometimes, if the bass guitar player is the lead singer, it kind of puts them on equal footing.
oh shit.
But both still have to compete with the drummer.
Oh, yeah, super hot drummer.
Drummer.
Those aren't drums. It's not drums. You didn't play drums.
Ibanez?
Ibanez picking.
Hey, old Matt, do you know any Hatchet? Because this guy who always emails us, Uncle Jay, he would really, I think he'd really like it if you.
Wait, what's Hatchet?
Oh, Molly Hatchet. I thought we already covered this.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Keep up, Beard.
I forgot. And Molly Hatchet is a girl.
Who cares?
Okay. A girl who plays bass.
Yeah, it's this bass girl, but you can sing some for us later. That's cool.
She plays bass or she is bassy?
Both.
Oh, I'd like to know her too as well.
Hey, old Matt. I'm in your butt. Hey, also, when's Good Guy Auto opening? Like, I think it's pretty quick here. We're down to like 11 years, I think.
Actually, we just hit the 10-year mark.
All right.
Or we will on the 21st anyway.
Okay. So what kind of perks are we gonna get? Since you're sponsoring us.
What kind of perks are you getting on this show?
No, on at Good Guy Auto.
What kind of good guy auto perks will the Radio Nomad receive?
Oh, you'll get Nomad cred.
Well, we have. I mean, thanks.
Will we be able to pay in Nomad cred?
Partial. I'll take partial Nomad cred payment.
You're like, I'll give you 6 Nomad creds and then $5, and then you fix my rear brakes.
You might be able to pay in other stuff too. I mean, the barter system is going to be well and alive. It could be like 6 Nomad creds, $5.50, and then like 3 McDonald's cheeseburgers for an oil change.
Okay.
And a good bass tonguing.
Oh yeah, and we'll lick your bass.
They'll have to lick the base.
Yeah, to clean it.
But
I can play that with my tongue, no problem.
I
But
thought
the-
you were.
the base has been licked so much that it might lick all the color off. So we got to be careful. Got to keep it to just good licks only.
Plus, there might be bacteria.
Yeah, well, nobody likes a bad lick.
Oh,
No, bad licks are the worst.
Totally.
Definitely not.
no, they're not.
Hey, girl, you sound like you have some
Okay.
experience with bad licks.
Yeah, a lot of bad licks. Ugh, I don't want to go down that road.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
Matt.
already talked about your dating life once.
Yeah.
How did you get so old so fast?
I don't know. I've always been ahead of my peers in most things, and I just seem to get ahead aging as well. So I was old really, really quickly.
Wow, you're such an overachiever.
That's
Holy
right.
shit, that was awesome.
I can't believe. I look at you and I hear you and I see you and like listen to the things that you say, and I'm just always like, God, how does he do it? How is he so old?
You're the best.
Yeah, when you came in the door for the first time, I was like, wow, that's an old dude.
Thank you.
In fact, I'm kind of surprised
Love
that
you,
you were
Dada.
able to make it here, because I don't know if it says Rumpus Studio on like the fold-out maps that you buy at like the souvenir shop. So I thought that's how you got around.
Well, I've gotten most of the ones in the area.
Oh yeah.
I just pasted it into the maps.
Oh,
Someone
so
who buy
that's
'em.
you went around and
Yeah.
and just like manually
Anywhere that
some
sold a map, I
rubber
went and-
cement.
Did you use your Google Maps to get here?
No, we've got where I work, we've got a map shop, and so I had my map guy give me a special map with Rumpus Studios on it.
That's not cheap.
I don't know how much it costs.
Pretty expensive. And plus,
Couple
I don't
Nomad
think
creds.
that Jitterbugs have Google Maps, so it'd be hard to use that. Plus, it's hard to use it with one hand because his other's going to be on his cane.
Joe, bag of donuts.
I don't think you're supposed to drive with your cane.
Yeah.
Just-
I don't. Can you? Oh, can you still drive?
Yeah,
do you have a
license hasn't
driver?
been taken away yet?
not yet.
Oh,
Well, I don't think they know.
They don't think you
They
don't
don't-
think they know that you're
How old you are?
No.
He just gets people honking and swerving around him, giving him the finger all the time,
Right.
and he just waves and smiles like, "Oh hi, it's nice to meet you."
No, he
too."
just concentrates on the road.
Right.
White knuckle.
I just stay in the left lane.
15 miles an hour.
Go 15 under the speed limit.
I've actually heard though that there are stretches of stoplights where if you go like way slower than the speed limit the whole time, you can just go right through and you never hit any reds. So maybe you actually make it there faster than some people.
We
I
should
don't
test
think.
that, I
Yeah,
guess.
you got some examples. Let's go try it. Let's go
Yeah,
perform
you
a
know what?
scientific
If you come
experiment.
from downtown and you go north on University, 28 miles an hour, boom, every green light.
Mathematical.
Totally algebraic.
All right, I'm in.
Yep.
I will take the challenge, the green light challenge, and I'll eat cookies if I win or lose. I just like cookies.
Sweet. I'm glad that I like donuts. Did
I
you know that?
Love donuts.
I knew that.
Aw,
I,
hey girl.
I know that
You don't
now.
have to say that.
I mean, I knew that.
Everybody likes donuts and bag of donuts.
Everybody loves a bag of donuts.
That's right.
Joe Sakalackin.
That's the worst nickname ever. Flam. That was with a TH.
Oh, I caught it. Yeah.
Oh, Matt, you're sticking around, right?
Of course.
Okay. Well, so yeah, we're gonna be back with more old Matt and just more Nomad right after this.
Want a little grace, but who's gonna say a little grace for me?
Thanks for checking out Radio Nomad. We're coming back at you. Guess who's still here? Oh, it's old Matt.
And hey, girl.
Love you, Dada.
Oh,
Love you, hey girl.
oh yeah, hey girl. Hey, girl.
I'm also
Thanks,
here.
guys.
You're always here.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You
that's
know,
true.
you're allowed to go home in between shows.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You don't
Oh,
actually have
man.
to like reside in Rumpus.
Oh, I'm gonna shower tonight. Let me tell you, it's gonna be awesome.
Cannot wait for that.
Oh, I know. Next show is gonna go a lot better for everybody. I think.
Golden shower.
Yeah, she can't wait for that.
Can't wait for my golden shower.
That's, hey girl, stop making those golden shower drinking noises. Let's try something brand new. We've never done it before. It's
I
a
like new
segment
things.
called "Where's the Love, Where's the Beef."
Where's the beef?
That's crazy that you have sound effects for it because it's the first time doing it. But I guess you're just on top of things. So where's love, where's beef? Do you guys know? Do you know how to do this?
Okay, so
Well, old Matt may have forgotten.
okay,
Maybe we
so
should-
let me see if I got it.
okay.
I'm gonna give it a shot. So you gotta have your love, something
Sure.
you're really liking,
I think so.
right?
Sounds
And then
right.
your beef,
Right.
a cut of cow.
Shut up and get to the point.
That's
Like-
good. Whatever. Good
Okay.
enough. You got it. So having said that, do you have one or the other?
I do. I have both actually.
Go for it. It's
Let's see here.
chef's choice.
My love currently is freckles, and my beef it's just general rudeness.
Can we go back to freckles? You can't just.
Yeah, freckles.
I
what's
like
a freckle?
freckles.
What do you like about you like your freckles or other people's freckles?
Well, yeah. You know, freckles 2K14 hashtag
I
freckles.
I'm not with it.
No? All right, I don't
Technology.
know.
What does that mean?
It's just like some people when they go out in the sun, they don't tan, they just freckle, and that is awesome to me. I find that very entertaining.
So like, do you think freckles are hot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's what you're getting at.
Yes, that is currently my love. Freckles.
Alright. Okay. Cool. That's
Also freckles is a person.
Really? I was just about to ask. That sounds like a cool nickname for somebody.
Yeah.
Who? What are they like?
Huh? They're real nice. I like them a lot.
Well,
Yeah.
sounds like a unanimous love for freckles. Great.
Well, I'm glad. And
I
then
like
my
freckles.
beef, as I said, was rudeness. But you're being very rude right now, asking me all these questions.
I'm supposed to do that.
Oh, right. See, I did. It's been since we've never done this before. I wasn't sure how this was all supposed to go.
Sure.
You know. What about you? You got any love? Got any love in your heart, Joe Bag of Donuts?
My love this week is dada.
Dada.
You know, because I love your dada. Oh, Matt. So I think that goes without explanation. I hope I didn't steal anyone's.
Shoot. Yeah.
Oh, I stole all of yours. Oh,
Wait.
sorry guys.
Wait, what did you steal?
Dada.
What?
Stole your dada.
Oh,
I've been loving Dad this week too.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
like your dada.
Joe stole Slam's dada and loved him.
Love you, Slime's dada.
I mean, it's kind of not cool, but I guess everybody's happy, so I can't be too upset.
Does that
You
mean
know?
you're happy about it too?
Well, I'm not. Everybody deserves to be happy. I can't be mad about something so ridiculous. Are you easily distracted by
These
flies
damn
there,
flies.
Joe Bag of Donuts?
They're probably gonna steal my airtime.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in the middle of saying something awesome. Get the F out of here. It's bullshit. All right. Anyway.
This week's Nomad will be hosted by a fly.
Yeah, I should have made that my beef. Beef flies.
Old fly.
Beefy fly.
Fly beef.
It's a beefy fly, bro.
Flies love dada.
Thanks. It goes up and down.
Ooh.
Appreciate that.
Mine just unbuttons.
Do you think if you eat a mosquito, you'll get AIDS?
Yes.
Yeah.
that's
Any
a-
mosquito.
Is that a real question or I can't?
No, it was a real
Oh,
question.
all right. Well,
Wow.
No, I think that the mosquito has to
Have-
suck your blood.
You will get lupus.
Or it has to have unprotected sex
Yeah.
with other
But if
mosquitoes.
it's sucking
that have
someone
AIDS.
else's blood and then you eat it,
Do you think that if a mosquito sucked your dick, you could get AIDS?
Dude,
I don't just
I
mean
don't know,
any
but it'd be
mosquito. I
worth
meant a
it.
mosquito that sucked someone else's blood. I feel like that's a legit question.
Well, here's a question: if you eat someone's blood who has AIDS, do you even get AIDS?
What,
Yes.
you think she's a doctor?
No.
I mean, maybe, but you're less likely than if you were to put that person's blood into your blood.
Hey Girl's not a doctor, but
I
she's
thought
got
she
doctor.
was.
She's got doctor friends. Which, by the way, shout out to her doctor friends.
You don't have to put blood together to get AIDS. 'cause
I'm sorry,
If
you-
you have sex with someone that has AIDS, you get AIDS, right?
Well, you don't
Yeah.
for sure get AIDS, but yes, sexually transmitted.
you probably would get
is-
HIV first.
I'm not willing to test that theory.
is
Hey,
much more likely.
hey, guys, I've been having a lot of unprotected sex with anonymous partners, and this
Yeah,
this
right.
conversation is making me very
Yeah, I'm
uncomfortable.
sure.
I've had sex.
Well, whatever.
I swear to God,
bro.
there was a girl there and everything.
She
It
was
was legit.
She
She
telling you to
watched
cut
it.
it out?
She watched it, huh?
She's just like, hey, you kids, cut it out. Sorry, principal. I don't know.
Hey Girl, would you
Sex
make
at
out with a
school.
mosquito?
Of course. Who wouldn't?
What
Only
if
if it was a badass mosquito.
Yeah.
what if it had AIDS?
Only if it treated you like shit.
Okay, if the
Which they usually do. I mean, come on.
Well, we can't-
Mosquitoes are bitches.
I
You're
wonder
right.
what-
They just take what they want and leave.
Exactly.
I don't feel like we can top that.
Well, at least you can
do you have
slap
any
him.
love, old Matt?
Do I have any love?
Yeah, where's the love?
All right, I got a love, and it's kind of a love and a beef. Most of my driving is in a lot of congestion, and so even though the speed limits in where I live are low to begin with, I never get to go even close to them. But the other day, I was on the other side of the island where there isn't very many people driving, and I got to drive very, very fast, and it was very therapeutic. So my love is driving very fast, which I don't get to do that much, but when I do, it is awesome.
I have a follow-up to that. Speaking of driving fast, which is a great love, people say when they talk about taking cars out on the road and driving really fast, they say you can only do it on the Autobahn.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Good question. The Autobahn is the German highway system.
And
Oh.
I used to drive on the Autobahn quite frequently.
And there's no speed limit
You're
or
such a
something,
traveled
so you can
old
drive whenever you
man.
want?
Well, my car, there was a speed limit. It was 120 miles per hour because at 120 miles per hour, since it was American made, the computer would not let you go any faster.
Oh.
But
Stop.
There is no. There's portions of it where there's no speed limit, but when it goes through towns, there are speed limits.
Okay.
And if there's no like cops that give you speeding tickets, it's just a camera. So if you get caught, you're just F. They just mail you a ticket. But on the portions that there are no speed limits, I believe if there's a certain threshold, or if you're going above that threshold, no matter what, if you get into an accident, you are partially liable. But other than that, yeah, there are parts where there's no speed limits, and you can, if you have the right car, maybe a diesel or something, you can just cruise 130, 140 miles per hour. And you can get where you're going pretty quickly that way.
So there's an upper threshold that's not actually a speed limit, but if you get in a crash at that speed, your insurance won't like pick up your.
No,
Your-
your insurance will have to pay for part of the damage of
Okay.
the accident.
Is there any possibility that anyone's gonna be alive after that anyway?
Probably not.
Okay. Well, then who cares?
Yeah, there
And
you go.
Another thing about the Autobahn is the roads are, like our highway system probably couldn't take those speeds as well, but they built it specifically with those speeds in mind. So you actually don't feel like you're going that fast. Like you're just cruising along at 100. There's nicer cars flying by, and but like I said, the awesome thing is that you just get where you're going pretty quick.
Interesting.
It was kind of like that in Spain too. Like no matter how fast you're going on the highway in Spain's around Malaga, they
That sounds made up.
you would well, because I was in Madrid and Malaga, but it was
Okay.
Malaga specifically. Like no matter how fast you were going, like I'd be pushing 100. Like I haven't seen a sign anywhere telling me how fast I'm supposed to be going, and this is keeping me up. Beamer just right by you, like you're standing still. Just
That's probably because they were signs, but you don't speak Spanish, so you couldn't tell what the numbers said.
Yeah, those Spanish numbers.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Spanish numbers I've never been good at.
Yeah. So,
If
So
they
there-
just spelled it
there is
out in
that.
Spanish, I'd get it. Like dos.
that's two because I'm Dos Equis.
Yep.
I always drink that
That's
stuff.
how I know.
So,
2
um,
X's?
yeah. Hey, Matt, was that
is that
your
what
love
Equis
and your
means?
beef?
Well, I have another beef, and it's probably because I've been traveling a lot lately. But it's kind of under the travel. My beef is people who don't have any travel etiquette, like the guy
Ugh.
who was continually moving his tray up and down behind my seat, and when he gets up to go to the bathroom, he grabs my seat, like he doesn't understand that seat is touching my back. And
That's
so
what-
every single time, especially on a red eye when you're trying to get some sleep, wakes you up.
Whoa.
And then
You showed him your red eye.
That falls into my general beef lately with rudeness, as I was saying.
yes,
Just
rudeness.
come on, like, can you honestly
Like
not
cutting
know
people off.
that
I
is
hate it when
someone's
the guy
chair?
behind you, he gets up, and as he's walking by, his dick flops on your head and kind of like squibbles around like a little worm.
Squibbles.
Oh, my other beef is just Delta Airlines, because I was like, it was a red eye flight, and I said, hey, can I get a pillow? I said, no, but I can give you this blanket and you can just fold it up. It works just the same. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why can't I just have a pillow? This blanket doesn't work like a pillow.
Did you then explain to them the anatomy of a pillow and that it doesn't involve just fabric, but there's like feathers and air? Because you
Apparently
could
they-
have.
Just hand him back to
Maybe
it.
if you would have said that, then you were being rude by not giving them that knowledge.
I'm taking notes. I'm gonna write.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that data to them.
And
next
then
time.
if it was the beard right afterwards, he'd be like, "Well, I know that you knew that because I just told you." So it would work out
You
perfectly.
knew that though.
Does the beard have loves and beefs?
Yeah. I gotta love. Play this little- My love is when your sunglasses are dirty and then you clean them, and then you can see way better.
Oh, that is
But you knew
good
that.
stuff.
Same with windshields.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's windshields.
Yep.
Clean windshields.
Windshields are pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back window too. The back window does not get a lot of cleaning, and then when you finally like remember to stop and do it real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love it. It's just like it's so refreshing, you know. You put your sunglasses back on. It's like whoa, you know. It's one of those really simple little things you can do in life to make your day that much better.
Do you use your windshield wipers to clean your sunglasses?
I have no, I don't. I actually have a little cloth that I keep in my wallet.
That makes way more sense.
Yeah.
If you look through dirty sunglasses through your dirty windshield, is it clean?
Yeah, it's like, you know how like dogs always smell poop? It's because they can smell so well and it stinks so bad that it actually starts to smell good to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, eventually when something smells so bad, it'll eventually start to smell good.
Well, and it falls under that whole two wrongs make a right.
That's
Exactly.
kind of more what I was going for.
Yeah.
Not whatever you were talking about. Your dog
like
shit
two-
stories.
It's just like when you multiply two negatives.
I gotta tell you, that
Equals a
analogy
positive.
made me well up in the eyes a little bit. It was so beautiful, beard.
Oh, I thought it was just because it was so potent.
It was a potent
Even
analogy.
the words
Yeah.
coming out of his mouth smelled like dog shit.
I asked the vet why my dog sometimes eats poop. I said, that's disgusting. Why does he sometimes eat poop? And she said, well, maybe it doesn't taste disgusting to him.
That's all she said.
Yep. And I was like, whoa.
That's what she said.
and you and you believe that? It's poop.
My parents have to give their dog a pill to make her shit taste bad, so she'll stop eating it.
What?
Yeah. Yep. That was their
Well,
solution.
there's nothing wrong with eating it.
Yeah, then they
Well-
never have to pick it up.
Yeah, then they lick
That's
your
true.
face and then you got shit faced.
Yeah, but it's still like, I would prefer if my dog did not eat her shit.
It can't be good for them to eat their own poop all the time.
No, and can you imagine how bad that poop's gonna smell the second time around?
The second time.
Like,
Maybe
good
that's why
Lord.
they don't eat it the second time. Is 'cause that's like
That's
maybe
what
that
it-
pill that they
that's
give your
what
dog is actually just pre-processed poop.
It makes them digest twice as long.
Huh. That's gross.
I didn't say it was poop.
I totally did though. I called it
Not
out
to
from the
say it.
start.
I got a beef that I
Uh,
just realized.
You sound ashamed.
Yeah. Well, my beef is just like reactions. Like the way I react to some things. I hate it. Like an example would be the other day a worm fell on my arm, and I have no problem with worms whatsoever. And it was on my arm, and it was on there for like a good second, and then my body was just instantly like, and I quick flicked it off my arm. You know, and I was like, afterwards, I was like, what the hell? Why did I do that? Like, I have no problem with worms, but it's just a reaction, and I couldn't control it.
Well,
and
see,
that's the thing.
if you'd have said you did it like right away, I'd just say generally when I am startled, there's that fight or flight reflex, and obviously you're more of a flight.
When you shriek like a girl,
At everything?
when you're startled, is it your lisp? Is it really prolific? Are you like? Like that?
I usually pull out a kazoo, actually. Like, yeah, one time I was like in a haunted house and I didn't have a kazoo, so I passed
You
out.
just started lisping.
Yeah,
That sort of seems like an appropriate reaction.
they called an ambulance. They
Yeah.
thought I was seizing up. I was not, in fact. I was
Hey, girl,
lisping
did we
out.
not get to you?
No, you never get to me.
No, usually you just butt in, so I
Right.
figured you didn't have anything.
Quick, love beef.
Yeah, it's Sam.
I love finishing a project. I hate City Page's dating articles.
Oh man, I really wanted to talk about those, but we're out of time, so we're gonna have to go on. We're gonna have to proceed with our journey.
Moving
Old
right
Matt
on.
sticking around.
Sure.
Cool. Such an old Matt response. Hey girl, do you get one more? Come on, one more.
I'm out.
Oh,
Sorry.
God. Old hey girl.
I gotta go see Nasty Nate.
Well, that's hot at least. Well, it's cool. We still got a good crew. We'll be back for something totally new. Super out of this world, crazy new segment on the Radio Nomad. Thanks for sticking with us on the Radio Nomad. It's me, Joe Bag of Donuts. I'm still here. Who else is still here? It looks like... Slam. Oh, great.
I was still listening to the song. I'm sorry.
Oh, Beard. Way to go. He was trying to listen to that.
Yeah, turn it up. All I can hear is Joe droning on.
Old Matt's still here. Love you, Dada. Duh, obviously. Did you know that in order to kill the ants, you must first kill the ant grandpa? He's back.
It's the only way to destroy them, Joe Bag of Donuts.
Kill, destroy, tomato, potato, whatever, you know.
If you want to stop them, we'll have to travel to their home lair.
Where's that?
Deep below the earth.
How far below the earth?
30,000 leagues.
Under the earth?
Below the earth.
Go on.
I can't. I really can't.
Keep going.
Well, that's where you'll find them. You go straight down. From a small town in Texas whose name I can't remember.
Aunt Grandpa, would you help us out and, cut Sam off?
Yeah, if you want to say hello.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh, hey.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
Nice to see you. Glad
It's great to be here. In the sunlight.
In this
In the
room.
fresh air.
Indoors.
Yeah.
The sunlight of the indoors.
So we're gonna do this is our it's this brand new, never done it before. It's just the first time.
Well, 2 new segments in one show.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It's called New Bits.
New Bits?
Yeah, basically. It's it's New Bits. It's the same new one that we've done the last couple shows.
All right, I can get nude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just bits. Do you have any bits?
Do I have to be nude to...
No, you could probably just use words.
Oh. Do I have any bits?
You got any jokes?
Yeah, actually, I want to hear some jokes. I know you have jokes.
Well, I have the aforementioned joke from earlier. Pair of priests get pulled over by the police. Cop walks up. He says, "Excuse me, gentlemen, I'm looking for a pair of child molesters." And the priests look at each other for a second. They're like, "All right, we're in."
How about this one? So this guy goes into the doctor's office and he's like, "Doc, my elbow hurts." And the doctor's like, "Well, you're going to have to stop masturbating." And he's like, "What? Why?" And the doctor's like, "Well, because I'm trying to see what's wrong with your elbow."
I like that one. That was a good joke.
Guy comes into the doctor. He says, "Doctor, it hurts when I touch my elbow. It hurts when I touch my hip. And it hurts when I touch my knee." And the doctor's like, "Yeah, your finger's broken."
That's a dad joke right there.
Oh, I love him. Dadjokes.com.
Love you, Dada.
Love you, Dada.
It's funny because old jokes, or it's not old jokes, but
old jokes,
just jokes in general, old ones, new ones. They're usually just based off of stereotypes. So you could just kind of throw in like, okay, let's pick a group of people, stereotype, and then punchline, and then you can formulate a joke out of it like that.
RCA, Magnavox,
old tapes.
Those aren't people.
Yeah, that was a good joke. See, that was a collaborative joke, so we like to call that in the comedy world. I don't know. What are some stereotypes of old people?
Matt.
Okay. So yeah. So there's this guy I know. Let's take him for example. His name's Old Matt. Today I think he drove over here in his Buick. Was it Oldsmobile? Which one did you demand that they rent to you at the rent-a-car place?
It was a Buick Regal.
Gotcha. And you are in fact driving it with your cane, if I recall.
Right.
That's not
And
what I
told him-
meant.
I told him to reprogram the governor so it does not let me go more than 40 miles per hour.
That's good.
Did you have to pay extra for that, or I suppose you probably haggled them down?
It came with an ARP card.
the old ARP card.
Well, they probably had a denture tray in it too.
Yeah. So if you get too angry and start yelling, do your dentures fall out?
Yeah.
It says no smoking, but denture's okay.
There's probably a bunch of dentine gum in there.
Yeah. Gross, old, geriatric.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Probably a bunch of like
Trident.
shitty old mints, sugar free.
That are all melted into one lump.
Yeah.
Or
Bunch of butterscotch.
it probably has a designated garbage can.
And I can guarantee you that clock isn't right.
Yeah.
Never been programmed.
It's not even.
There's only
it's
one
not
station
digital.
that it's programmed. There's only one radio station programmed, and it's like the classical.
No, FM is disabled.
Yeah.
There's no need for it.
Yeah,
And
it's
the-
just Rush Limbaugh on AM.
And the bass is turned off. Like it's below all the way down. There's just no bass whatsoever. All treble.
Absolutely, and the headlights are barely working. Kind of like an old person's life.
And it comes with
Yeah.
it comes with the
Oh.
Look at he's just stuttering. He has nothing.
the little sunglasses that slide in front of your glasses.
Oh, nice.
yeah.
That's,
That's good.
that's nice.
My pops rocks though. So I just like to throw that out there.
Your pop rocks
There's probably little
Yeah.
candy dishes everywhere in it.
with Werther's
Yeah, Werther's original and lemon drops.
vomit.
There's probably a bag of peanuts in the glove compartment
And
just in
Brock's
case.
candy.
The
Just in
circus
case.
peanuts, those
Brock's?
orange ones.
Oh, the
All
orange circus
melty.
peanuts.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Peanuts.
Yeah, I heard circus penis.
Yeah.
What, you don't like circus penis?
I prefer.
There's probably fart dust everywhere.
Yeah. Ugh, old Matt, old fart dust.
Hey, so like since old people are like, old and like decaying quicker, do you have like a lot more dust in your house building up like in a hurry?
Oh, it's a really good
I
question.
think it depends. Some of them, I think, are manic about how much they have to clean.
Oh, we asked the expert.
It
Yeah.
just seems like when you move quickly, is there like a dust trail?
I haven't noticed, but I'm gonna take notice of that. I wonder if that is the reason for there being more dust. Is that my body's just decaying at a rapid rate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you did mention you were aging a lot quicker than other people, which
Yeah.
odd thing to decide to excel in.
Way
but
quicker.
Kudos.
What about?
Well, what about porcelain statues everywhere?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Those all
Precious
over your-
moments.
And like family photos.
Cardinals.
Oh yeah.
Walls of family photos. Because you're so old that your family tree is extended by so much.
Your family tree is so huge because you're so old and you have even great grandchildren.
Yeah, oak family tree.
And you set your giant wallet
Sequoia.
down everywhere because it's like wider than your fist.
You say
What
your wad?
themed
Wallet.
decorative plates do you have in your house?
Or are you a spoon
Or
man?
what
Elvis?
what vanity license plate do you have?
It says Annette.
Okay.
That's nice.
just because. Who do you know that's named Annette?
You gotta name your boats.
Well, old Annette.
Too old.
I see. Do you commonly refer to people as whippersnappers or youngins?
Yep, kids,
Yeah.
Hooligans.
definitely.
Do you wave your fist when they annoy you?
Yes. Yes, I do.
If there's new technology, do you describe it by saying the and then just waving your hands around a lot?
I ask questions like, so what's the difference between a CD and a DVD? And what is the internet? And I never understand the answer. I just stare off into space when
Sure.
someone tries to explain it to me.
Sure. Oh, and also, do you? I bet you always like, just when you're having a conversation with someone, you can't just naturally let it flow anywhere. You just have to like ask a bunch of questions, like, so are you into bowling and stuff like that?
Sometimes, or I just trail off and don't listen to the answer.
Oh, sure.
But I also like to talk about the past a lot since mine's so expansive because I'm, on the account of being old.
Do you can you never hear anything anyone says?
The obvious
What?
answer to that is what?
Yes.
What's the most important lesson that young people of today need to know?
Don't get old.
So
Right.
die.
And what's the best way? Is that the best
Die
way to
young?
avoid that? Is to just kill yourself or just die? Beforehand?
Live a lifestyle that will help you
Well,
die quicker.
I'm not sure because I failed at that.
Oh, true.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
you don't
excelled
know.
at failing,
That's-
at not
Oh.
staying young.
So maybe you're not even a good one to go to for advice.
Well,
Terrible.
he is maybe a good one to go to for advice
Uh,
on being a bass player.
Oh, sure. At least you have
Well, I-
that in your past.
I did have one more question on this. Like, how do you feel currently about kids on your lawn?
oh, they need to get off my lawn
Okay, I just wanted to check. That's the true test.
right now.
Well, okay. Good.
That's all I had.
Okay. Good.
That's all I had.
Just making sure that was all you had.
Yeah. No,
I didn't want to cut off any more important questions. So.
it was very important to
All
me. I was
Goddamn
brewing
kids.
that for a while.
All right.
Old people hate.
But
kids on
yeah,
the lawn.
bass players. So, you know, in case you got confused, because the oldness, here's a bass lick, and not like licking a bass.
Yeah.
That's different.
No, very different.
Yeah.
And it wasn't my stomach.
No. What? So, what are some things that bass players are doing all the time? You know.
They're always slapping that bass.
Seriously.
They're always standing really wide.
Yeah.
They're always taking a really wide stance.
They nod at everything.
Do
Mhm.
bass
Even if they
players?
disagree with you, they're nodding.
I think bass players stereotypically have like a lot of mental like problems, like ADD and what?
They're always, you
Sorry.
know,
I was
they
playing
always like, you know, they always like funk. They're always like funkin', you know, they like funk.
just like funking around.
Yeah, they funk.
They seem to find the funk in every situation.
Yeah.
And they got to be good catches. Or
Yeah. Yeah.
they are usually infected with funk.
Yeah.
Like they got
They have tons of funk.
tons of it. Like it's just they don't even pick it up when you come over. It's like, hey, you want to hang out? If you get that funk off the carpet,
Ooh.
but they don't.
They don't care about being the center
That's
of
gross.
attention either.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
They always get the second girl after the guitar player.
They're yeah.
And third after the
They
drummer.
just like to see who's still hanging
Well,
around
fourth
after
if
everybody else
there's keys.
disappears.
I guess they kind of tie with the like I don't know the guy who sets stuff up.
But sometimes
The
they get
roadie.
really into it, like they are the center of attention, but then they're not. So it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why they nod all the time because that's
Yeah.
in their world. They're like everybody's looking at me,
But
seeking out this approval.
Yeah.
It's always the guys who like don't have a really intricate part to play too. It's like a really simple bass line, and they're just rocking out as hard as they can. Like the dude from 311. If anybody remembers 311, they were a band in the early to late 90s.
I was just picturing like the
Maybe
kid
old
in
Matt
high
does.
school.
I remember it.
Yeah,
It
you.
came out when I was already old.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were getting your first career.
You were
going?
only a slightly old man at that point.
Yeah, I was about ready to retire for the first time,
Yeah.
and then 311 came out.
He was kind of mad that they didn't sound more like Richie Valens.
Yeah, totally. Or Louis Armstrong.
Oh.
Satchmo.
That's got to be. I was more of a Billie Holiday fan.
Ella Fitzgerald, personally.
Oh yeah, Fitz.
Nightmare,
Fitzy.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's definitely came out around the same time.
So old Matt wants the kids to get off his lawn, and is an expert bass player. But speaking of kids, maybe what is it that you hate about kids? What are kids always doing?
God, they're just so goddamn disrespectful all the time.
they are.
Walking around with their pants hanging half off their ass. They don't know how to wear their hats straight.
Yeah.
Listening to music way too loud, but sometimes not loud enough.
Mm-hmm. Because if you want to listen to it, but you can't hear it.
Well, I remember back when if you wanted to walk down the street and have everybody hear the music that you're listening to, whether they want to or not, you'd get 16 D batteries and put them in your boombox and hold your boombox on your shoulder.
There you go.
Sure.
But now they're just walking around with little cell phone speakers, and you can't. It's like loud enough to hear something and be annoying, but it's not. You can't sense the
it's
funk.
like that fly.
Right.
Yeah, you're not getting the full funk experience. So
Right,
it's like
and-
this is worse than having to listen to crappy music.
You know what's the worst part about kids with their phones? No bass.
No bass.
There is no bass
Yeah.
on
Might
Might
phones.
as well,
It's true.
musicians might as well not write a bass line in
Yeah.
the song anymore.
And no bass player? Yeah, right. Be real.
This is the beginning of the end.
Ugh.
It's the time. It's the time for all those dudes writing music for years to shine. Because they got experience not using bass.
Well, nobody actually uses instruments anymore. That's the thing.
You know what?
That's
I
another
hate,
thing I hate about kids.
Yeah. You know what else I hate about kids? They don't ever talk to each other. It's all that technology stuff.
All that texting
What?
and
Yeah.
and social
And-
media
and- And
Snapchat.
Skype
yeah.
and,
They're buzz
and
feeding.
with their modem and that. Yeah.
I actually had to explain to somebody what a kid recently this week what chat meant. They knew of it in the word Snapchat, but they didn't know what chatting was.
I don't know what Snapchat is.
Like in the real
Yeah, that
in the
makes
real
sense.
life person to person chat.
I don't feel like that. I mean, I see what you're saying, but chat is not a commonly used word anymore.
Like, do you want to chat
Do you
about
want
it?
to chat about it?
I guess I don't say
Get
chat.
out of my
Well,
head.
2 people in the room use it in one very easily.
I like to say,
understandable
let's have a
sentence.
nice visit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll bet you do.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Did you want to
Hop up on my carriage.
Is
We're
that
gonna
like
have
an
a visit.
old-time
It
expression?
was popular like 50
Does
years
that mean
ago.
somebody you have to physically be together? Or can you visit over the phone,
Over the what?
the telephone, the rotary?
If you visit over the phone, that's like a new aged way of using that
Oh.
term. But what it really means is you go and hang out and you have a good visit.
And drink some tea, iced tea.
No, just straight whiskey.
What about
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
that's all you drink.
Right.
what about when kids are like,
I gotta go to the bathroom, Daddy.
you know,
That is bad.
Ah,
that's
the worst.
Kids are always doing
Oh my
that too.
God.
Why? Like, how about you develop a bigger bladder, idiot?
How about you quit calling me dad, you random child who just showed up?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna tell me to stop that, Dada.
Well-
Just because I love you, whatever.
Whatever, Dad.
Ooh, this is a nice.
Ooh,
It's a nice old, bassy kid jam.
is this from Kids Bop?
See that bass?
Oh, I hear it.
Oh yeah. Now I hear it.
I think I heard the brown note in there somewhere. Uh-oh, I need the emergency sweatpants. I gotta go to the bathroom, Dad. Well, maybe I'll do that in between segments because I'm not gonna be able to hold it next segment because it's the nightcap coming up on the Radio Nomad.
Ritual unions got me in trouble again. I was wondering of a white dress and a mistress and a spirit holding my hand. Love's sinking in the sand, petals falling on demand. My feet are running like the wind. I'm sorry, boy, but we sin.
Thanks for sticking around. Whoa, Beard. We had a crisis there, but it was all solved. Beard got another round for the table, so we're good to go. We're now properly lubed for the nightcap.
Thanks, Beard.
Thanks for lubing us up. Gotta lube up the talkers.
Yep. Lubing up the smackers, as they say.
That's right.
Here she comes.
What?
Huh? What's that?
So here we are. We made it. Everyone's still very enthralled, very interested in what's going on.
I'm
Always.
super into it.
Yeah, I just meant of you guys, like the listeners, duh. But sometimes you get a little bored of listening to like Sam all the
And that's
time.
the thing.
Yeah. So, without further ado, this is the anything goes time. So,
Ooh.
anything goes.
I'm gonna take my pants
So hey,
off
anything go.
further.
Who's your best friend?
God.
Okay. Good answer. Oh great. Hold on. Now I have to think of someone else. I'll just say Jesus then.
Keen.
Hot dudes.
Yeah, there are a couple of hot dudes.
I'm going with Satan.
Ooh.
Me and Satan, we get along real well. Hail Satan.
Yeah. What about
Yeah,
what about you guys?
I've got backing up evidence.
And it doesn't have to be, like a biblical figure.
Keena.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Kina warrior
mine's Buddha.
princess.
Who's hotter, God or Jesus?
God.
Who's hotter,
It's
Jesus
anything
or
you
Buddha?
Oh
want.
God, Jesus.
You can't say both.
God's the one everybody yells about during sex.
Yeah, but
So
Jesus
clearly-
is the one that
No,
everyone yells
Jesus,
about
People yell about Jesus
in traffic.
Yeah, so Jesus is the one everybody gets mad at, and God's the one that makes people feel good.
I have a friend who cries in traffic.
I had a friend who cried after sex.
Oh,
That's
depressing.
really depressing. Yeah, that's terrible.
Well, are you sure that wasn't just a character in a movie?
Nope. I was there.
You're not sure?
Nope, it wasn't a character in a movie.
Oh, okay.
I had a person do that to me.
Yeah.
It was
Like every time.
Wait, you were there?
huh?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, like it's a hot dude.
Yeah. No, kind of. Nah, I don't know anymore.
Oh,
Well, okay,
Can we
cool
dive
story.
into this?
Cool
That's the
story,
thing.
bro.
this is awesome.
Feel like I'm gonna need a name, address, blood type, and social security number on
And
this
video.
Yeah,
All right.
Mostly
well,
the video.
the video is really. We can forgo the rest.
Yeah.
Well, except for the blood
Somebody who
type.
cries after sex is most likely not into making a video of the process.
Well, hold on.
Sure.
That's
It's not an overall positive experience.
Well,
for
hold
that
on.
person.
Were they flexible?
In no sense of the word was this person flexible.
Very flexible.
Was
Were
the
they
correct
very
answer.
flexible?
And Grandpa speaks truth.
Well, hold on.
Very, very good.
Thank you, Aunt Grandpa.
Do you guys want to talk weather and bike lanes?
No, I was gonna ask, and maybe this is something you remember, maybe it's not, but it's kind of been an important part of my life. So I'm just wondering if anybody remembers when the first time they remember seeing Star Wars was.
What the fuck? That's white.
I know.
No, nothing.
No, I know. I was a senior in high school, and I watched all 6 that were out at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yep. And it
Did
took-
you watch them in chronological
my-
order? Like,
Yeah, and it was
how was it for you?
it was a waste of a day.
Really?
I mean, I liked them, but it was still a waste of a day.
You're a teenage boy, and it was a waste of a day.
I was like an 18-age boy.
Yeah.
I was barely even a teenager. There's only one more possible number of teen that I could have been until I wasn't a teenager any longer.
Okay. Well, I watched
algebraic.
them when I was like 8. My dad had my older sister and I sit down and watch them. I don't think we did a marathon style.
It's like the sex talk. Like, all right, well,
Basically, we
just-
never got the sex talk, but we, damn it, had to watch Star Wars and Citizen Kane
Just
before we were old enough to comprehend what was
Maybe he
happening.
told your mom that he was gonna give you guys the sex talk, and then he was like, "Oh, I can't do this.
I'm just
I'm
gonna watch the
pop in
movies."
Star Wars."
Yeah.
She probably wasn't there, you're probably right.
Well, you kind of do learn about sex in
Yeah,
Star
at the end
Wars.
he's like, now see?
You understand?
Oh.
Don't
Alright.
you remember when Jabba the Hutt's like, "Whoa, what up, the penis vagina"?
I do remember that very vividly. Very
I was
Is that
pretty
the
sure
song
that's
that's
what-
playing in the cantina?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's the sex ed Star Wars song.
Well, and Luke and Leia, and Han.
That was very confusing as a
What?
child.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still confusing.
Yeah.
I don't even think I picked up on the whole Luke and Leia thing. Like the first
Oh.
like 5 or 6 times I watched it, like that plot point just was not registering somehow.
Did you fantasize about Leia? Maybe you just couldn't focus on.
No, I was
anybody else but
watching.
you ending up with her.
I was watching that movie before I had feelings down there.
That's really.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
That
Before-
leads me into my
Before you
question.
pooped.
What?
Before the first time I
Oh,
pooped on
wrong
a girl.
end.
Yeah.
I want to know, how much time of your lives, nomaders, nomadites,
Nomadites.
nomadites,
I was about to say
how
nomadites.
much portion of your lives
How much
Were you-
portion? How much
Come
of
on,
it? How,
I know that you can get this question out. I know you
Oh.
can do it.
Shit.
I have faith in you.
How
It
much
would
of
be
the
so
portion
much
of the life that
easier
we've lived
as
so
an
far
heir.
have we?
Spent
Before you became interested in whatever
You had to
turns
say?
you on. Yeah. Like girls, boys,
Whatever.
bees.
Well, I
Like,
started getting
how long-
interested
how
in
old were
boys.
You promised you wouldn't tell
years
anybody
ago.
I was into bees.
Well, I remember that I was really
You
interested
just did.
in Mega Man when I was.
Okay. I
think
mean,
I'd say
parts with in
elementary
between
school.
your legs. How when you got interested with those?
Well, I started growing leg hairs. I would say probably when
Nobody
I was
starts
12.
growing leg hairs in between their thighs. I'm saying in between.
Probably fourth grade.
He's got
You
some
start
hairy
growing leg
legs.
hairs on your knees and shins.
There's a space between your genitals and your butthole, and there's hair there.
It's called the tweenus.
Or the banus.
Or the twagina,
The twagina, yeah.
Yeah,
The
depending
tweenus
on
or the
your-
twagina.
depending on which sex.
Yeah, exactly.
Vagina. What if you have both?
Oh yeah. What if
The
you're
tween-gina?
hermaphrodite?
Yeah.
If you had both, would you put your penis in your vagina and just leave it there for like storage?
No.
Probably.
No, because you'd still have balls.
Duh.
Well, would you have balls?
Well, you could
Yeah.
shove
In
those.
this
You could
scenario,
shove those in your,
are there
in your ass.
testicles?
Here's my question for you guys.
Nobody
If-
answered my question.
If
Your question.
No,
is
'cause
ask a
sucked.
better question.
Fine. Okay.
If you could, would you put your balls in a girl's vagina?
Oh, you mean Easter bunnying? No. Well, if I could, wow, that really carries a lot more weight for me. Yeah, I guess, because that would mean
If you had the
On their own
That
or
would mean-
accompanied
that would
by
mean you'd
a
have,
different body
You'd have
part?
another ball.
exactly. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
other reason why.
Would you put them in by themselves, or would you squeeze them in with something else?
I don't really. Do you know how the anatomy of a
If-
dude?
If you could get your whole body into a vagina, would you go in
You
there?
could in the,
Yes.
in the,
Yes. Yep. Crawl
Yeah.
right up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could learn a thing or two.
You would definitely need like scuba gear, right?
No,
Well, you crawled out of one.
Depends how soupy.
That's true.
You think about it.
I think it's well, I guess it also depends on how firm and
Ugh.
tight. I
What?
didn't want to say that word, but I
Anyways.
did.
Hey, what word can you say really fast?
It.
Shit.
Flib.
Tabble.
Hey.
Dang it, I can't say it.
Gort.
Flip, 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 flip.
Can
flip,
say the
flip,
name
flip,
Corey.
flip, flip.
Corey
Fable,
really
fable,
quick.
fable.
Gort. Oh.
I
You
can
say-
say I can say my T's really fast. Do
This
you
is
want to hear?
Yeah.
a terrible question.
All right, I got a question.
Did you hear that?
What do you hate most about dinosaurs?
That they're dead.
Oh,
I just hated
that's
the
a
whole
pretty-
Mesozoic era. Ugh. So
know.
gross.
I was always kind of impartial on the Triassic. It
Yeah.
was just kind of meh.
What about Paleozoic?
That was the bomb one.
Yeah, you would like
Cretaceous is the
Paleozoic.
way.
Don't
to
even
go.
look at me like that.
You
I'm
would.
allowed to like what I like.
I'm ticked off that they died so early in my life.
Oh,
That's
true. Yeah, because you probably like had to commute with them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ride a T-Rex to work or?
What moves slower, an old person in a Buick Regal or a dinosaur?
About equal with a Brachiosaurus.
Oh, okay.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it was different back then because, humans were still part of the food chain. So you were dealing with all these social things and trying to climb the corporate ladder and then also not getting eaten.
Oh.
They're still part of the food chain.
So, old Matt, which era that you have lived in would you say is your favorite? You know all of them, right? I mean,
Probably Bronze Age. That was pretty good.
yeah, I guess.
What were the
I
dark?
read that in the history books. That was a pretty good.
What
one.
were the Dark Ages like?
Yeah.
Like,
I'll give you two guesses.
very lighthearted.
Yep.
age.
Nailed it in one.
Dusty.
Hey, AIDS was very prevalent.
No, I didn't have that yet.
Uh,
We had
um,
the Black Plague.
yeah, I was just about to ask, how did you
Which
survive?
is racist.
What about all the
Very
other
nice.
colors? Were there plagues for those?
Yep.
Except for yellow. Yellow got a fever.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Old Yeller fever.
That's
Now there's this rainbow plague going around.
I don't get it.
I'm just kidding.
The rainbow
Well,
flag.
and Grandpa, this kind
Makes you
of
throw great parties and
speaks
I
to
know,
what
it
you were getting at
sucks.
earlier. But
that's funny.
do any of you remember when the first time you had feelings for saw someone and was like, I want to be with that person?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like elementary school.
There was a boy in preschool I was super into.
Yeah.
He had
No, not wanted to like hold his hand and be with him. I'm saying like felt it downstairs. Like I want to be on you.
Oh.
He holds his.
I guess it's more specifically what I was talking
Yeah,
about.
when I used to watch the 1989 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I had some feelings for those turtles.
For the turtles, really? Oh, okay.
Back then, my favorite was Michelangelo. Now I'm much more into
Whoa,
Raphael.
you guys have something in common. Old Matt loves Michelangelo. He said that. Yeah, he said
I'm
that
surprised
in one of
you
his
even
emails.
knew about him.
I was all about Donnie.
Oh.
I mean, not in that way,
I
but
was all about
he was
Shredder.
he was my favorite turtle.
I did have a crush on April O'Neil.
Yep.
Who didn't?
Seconded that, and her and the mouse from Chippendale Rescue Rangers, the chick mouse. She was a fox.
Hey,
with her little jumpsuit.
Wait, I want to say one.
Gadget?
Hey, I got a
Gidget.
question. What would you guys do if a worm fell on your arm?
I would scream and shriek. I was just saying this recently that worms are the one thing in nature that I'm actually scared of, and I'm embarrassed about that.
I do this.
I would assume it's spaghetti and put it in my mouth.
Ew.
Because I'm usually eating spaghetti.
It's usually that falls on you.
Yeah, and
And has
I'm really messy with it.
Okay.
Cannot get it straight in my face.
Oh, we are going to be hearing that a lot.
I have a question.
Oh no! I should just never talk
There were
ever
like 4
again.
in a row. I just assume it's spaghetti and put it in my mouth.
Yep.
Yeah,
I want
that's
to know
what she
from
said.
Slam Z
Ah.
and Joe Baga, and perhaps the beard, what you think the most overused
Not
sound
you.
effect is on Radio Nomad. Old Matt, you can respond also if you have an opinion
Probably
on it.
this one.
Hey, you lay back, girl.
No, not that one. This one. Seriously, you got to stop using that.
The most overused.
Yeah. What do
Well,
you-
to my mind, it's the.
I think my least favorite, that it totally gets overused. It's super shitty, dumbest sound effect. Any of the ones where my voice cracks. Those all suck.
Let me hear
you wrap it up now. Yeah, see, no one likes it. It's not funny.
Never
It's super boring.
It's pretty good. The
I would vote to save that one.
the one I hate the most and feel is overused because I don't like hearing it is the keep going. The Moss
Keep
clip.
going.
Wait, we have a soundboard?
Keep going.
Yeah, that one.
Old Matt,
one?
do you have?
I'm gonna come clean. I have cleaned very few hobos in my life.
We spent a good chunk of a segment talking about the homeless people in Hawaii, and that one somehow didn't come up. Way to be on top of your shit there, Beard. God, kid can't do anything right.
One of my favorite.
Every moment gets better. That's a good one.
I like that one.
That's a high quality clip right there. It's a high clip.
One of my favorite ones is the one you use of Bender.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Shut up and get to the point.
No,
It's very effective.
we're
I
saying
wouldn't say it's subtle.
overused though.
Overused.
If
Yeah,
that-
I flipped it.
oh, he sure did.
I need that one
That's
on my
good.
phone for meetings when people go on and on.
Yeah, I would really like it if I could have a Nomad alert tone for my text message. It's
think
just like
that-
every time I get a text, it's hot dudes.
I think we're in talks with a lot of huge app developers, tons of huge high end contracts. I
Oh,
don't
yeah, I've
want to
been
get
there.
into the lingo of the doohickey, but I think we're gonna work on a little mobile soundboard,
Yeah,
possibly.
I forget. I've
Sweet.
been there.
More
for
to
those,
come
and
when we
so
have
other
some spare
people
time.
can hear the voice cracks and the poop talk and
Well,
AG,
everyone-
what's your least,
everyone
or what
wants it.
one do you think is most overused?
I feel like you wouldn't have asked if you didn't have an opinion.
I do have an opinion. The little dinging bell. I didn't say it was poop.
That's a good one. That one's very underused. I think you should probably use that one as much as possible. Yeah, right on.
I think the dinging bell is used in place of the Beard actually using his voice to interact with human beings.
Well, that's
sometimes.
good then.
It always makes
Oh.
No one
Well,
wants to
that's
hear
what
him.
you want, then I guess so. Yeah.
it always makes me drool.
I got a question. Who ate all my Oreos?
Probably you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you probably ate the Oreo.
What constitutes wasting time versus spending time? I never understood that. It's like you go grocery shopping and someone's like, "Well, that was a waste of an hour."
Perspective.
But like you have to go grocery shopping at some point. Why isn't
doesn't
just
it boil
spending time?
down to like if it was something that benefited you in some way, then that was spending time, and if it was something that didn't, that would be kind of wasting it.
Well, what's benefiting
Ding.
you?
Like, let's say you go to hang out with someone at, the malt shop, and you're just there hanging out, waiting at the counter with, old Slanky J and Dino, and, your friend Ray Bob doesn't show up ever.
Fucking Ray Bob. I
Yeah,
know.
and the
So
whole point
annoying.
was to talk to Ray Bob about his, him never showing up to things.
I guess I meant more like.
Seems like a waste
But then
of time.
If you sit and watch TV,
yeah.
like some people call that wasting time, but if you get enjoyment out of it, aren't you just spending your time
Well,
watching
and in
TV?
your scenario as well.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you're wasting time waiting for J-Bob, but you're also
Hanging out with Slinky J.
Yeah.
spending time with Slanky J.
I think it's all
Yeah, but
based
Dino's
on your
not that cool.
perspective.
Huh? Well,
It
Yeah,
depends on how
that's
much
true.
you
Dino
care
sucks.
about what's happening. I think I waste time intentionally. I try not to have things happen where I'm like, well, that was a waste. I'll be like, yeah, I'm just gonna waste some time right now until that meeting starts.
there you go. Well, and plus, I mean, if you're hanging out with Slanky J, Dino's coming anyways.
I
Like,
know.
you can't. You
Especially
always
at the
hope.
malt shop, dude. Such a mooch.
Oh
I
my
know.
God! Every time.
I think
I'm actually
wasting
not-
times when you attempt to do something, but then it doesn't get done. Like if you go to the DMV to renew your registration, and then they have some new form, or you forgot to bring a copy of this, so you stand in line for an hour. You get to the front, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you need that." So you just wasted that whole hour, and you didn't accomplish that thing you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, that goes back to what the beard was saying. I can see that point.
Wow, wise words
Agreed.
from an old sage.
Yeah.
truly
in
a-
my,
I think anything
in my
will-
years, I've wasted a lot of time at the DMV.
Yeah, I suppose.
Truly a dusty-footed philosopher.
Do you think eventually there will be an app for the DMV?
Yeah, in Hawaii,
No,
they-
'cause it's
they
a
mail
government
you
thing.
Your registration, you can just renew it by mail.
Wow.
Wow,
kinda
that's
nice.
so new age.
But then they
like,
forget to do that.
the post office.
Yeah, and
That
then you have to
hasn't
go
been
in,
around for
or you
a
drive
long
around
time.
for 3 months with expired tabs.
Yeah, they mail it to me here
Oh, that's good.
in
In
Minnesota.
Well, depending on where the rotating studio is.
Nomad.
Yeah, no, I it's just the address just says Nomad,
Yeah.
and the mailman knows, or mail carrier, I should say, because it's usually a lady in my experience, in my area, I should say.
She hot.
I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, they have to wear those uniforms, and
You know
They're
what?
super hot
Fun
uniforms,
fact,
so
they
like
don't
they're-
have to wear uniforms. I have a mailman friend.
Well, what
It
about
is
what
not
Cliff
a rule
Clavin
that they have.
says?
They can wear whatever they want, but I think a lot of them choose to wear the uniform so they don't get questioning glances and stares when they're walking through everybody's yards and going up to their houses. They can wear their own clothes.
wow.
There you go.
Then why do they? Why
I
do
don't
they?
believe
My
that.
Yeah, I don't believe
I
it
don't
either.
believe it.
So
No,
why do they?
that's wrong.
Why do they
Chain.
have uniforms?
There's
then?
three of us who don't believe it, so it's wrong. So
Yeah, that's how facts work.
Yep.
Well,
Well,
Look
Cliff,
it up
and
right now.
plus watch Cheers. Cliff Clavin,
he is so proud of
he knows.
his job. Of course he wears the uniform.
Well, he's
Well, and he, I specifically remember at least an episode or two where he reprimands other mail carriers for not having their uniforms.
Maybe
Yep.
it differs from
Correct.
state to state. I've talked to multiple mail carriers
But
in the
it's
city
a-
of Minneapolis. who
Married
have told me
carriers?
this. Married carriers.
Harry Carey. We talked to him
You've talked to Harry Carey.
about this issue.
He's dead.
How
Are
is
you
that
okay?
helpful?
Aunt Grandpa knows so much more than you give her credit for.
Hey, you lay back, girl. Listen here, we're done. All right, we're done.
She's talking.
Holy shit, that was awesome.
That was a really good show.
Uh,
Moss, you're right. Thanks for being here, Moss.
Good
Appreciate
point.
that. I had a lot of fun. That was fun. I wish old Matt could be here for every episode.
Yeah.
Old Matt.
for real, man. Love you, Dada.
But he's got to go back to the nursing home in Hawaii at some point. So,
Yep.
Gotta get back to shuffleboard. And
AKA the deathbed.
Yep. Thanks for having me. I'll do it again in a decade or so.
All right, maybe by then. Oh, you mean when Good Guy Auto's open?
Yeah, I'll come back and get Good Guy out as
All
well.
right, sweet. That sounds good.
Sweet. Then we'll add up some Nomad cred to use at the shop.
I'll get some shocks.
Maybe I'll give you a bunch right at the end, Beard, if you need some work done. So yeah, we'll totally screw him over. Song had some nice bass, bass guitar in there. Thanks to Ibanez, sponsor for the show. I appreciate that. Uncle Jay, shout out. Downtown Jay, shout out. Any other J-Bop?
Pneumatoid, next time, shout out.
Yeah, we'll shout out to you next time when you're here, but you're not, so no shout out.
Yeah, next time, Noom.
Slinky J.
I guess.
Shout out, old Matt. Love you, Dada.
Yeah, check us out, the Radio Nomad, theradionomad.com. Email us, please. It'll be really fun. You'll laugh so hard when your email's read, and you'll have a great time. I had a great time. Sweet. Sam, Beard, great job. AG, old Matt, love you, Dadas, both of you. So yeah, Joe Bag Donuts signing out on the Radio Nomad.
Attention on a motivator showing us 4 kids on tour, 3,000 miles in a photo car, not knowing what's going on. You got a million years, torn out like this. Hell no, no premonition couldn't save me. To the end, our journey to the end. To the end, to the end, our journey to the end. To the end, to the end, to the end, our journey to the end. Man, this place is fucked. 3 months go by. He had no home, he had no food. He's all alone. I said from him once, shame on you. Did for me twice. He went back.